Yeah, folks, this is BEG Wrestling, baby. We are here, and we're live tonight, and we're going to be joined here very momentarily by a special guest, Chris Foca, folks, a former Cornell superstar, two-time All-American, and most recently, Claw superstar, and Team Enforcers. Big win the other night for Team Enforcers. We're going to be talking to him momentarily, folks. Along with that, Kevin's going to be giving us his official most likely wrestlers to AA that are not ranked this year. He went back, he did the research, he grinded it out, and Kevin has an official list. We're going to be breaking down that along with Oklahoma State, Stanford, some great matchups coming up in that duel. And then maybe close it out with some questions and call-ins and the worst wrestling T-shirts of all time. Kevin made a stat about. Before we get started, Kevin, I just got done watching AJ Ferrari's workout video, dude, on Flow. I don't know if you saw it, but it's very similar to mine. My daily routine. I don't know if you noticed that. I do a couple more push-ups maybe, but very similar, dude. You know, we're grinding. He's overfilling the shaker with the protein powder. Is dumping out the sides. It reminds me of myself. Kevin, how you doing, dude?
Good, man. Good. You guys do the same weight too, right? About the same weight?
Well, not quite. I'm bulking up, but if you haven't had a chance to watch
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm psyched for this show.
Yeah. Hey, folks, I know Kevin is psyched up because we got Cornell superstar Chris Foca here on the line, and you know, let's not waste any time. Let's bring him in here because Chris Foca coming off a big win here in the Claw duels here just the other night. Hold on, let me get it up here. There's that. And over Mike Mock. And so, Chris, welcome to the show, man. How you doing, dude? You're on the road, it looks like.
How we doing? What's up?
Are you driving? Where are you going to right now?
Yes, sir. I'm in New York City right now. I just drove up from North Carolina here for the Bill Farrell for the weekend, and yeah.
All right, man. I know Kevin's got a lot of questions, dude. He's a big fan, but before I throw it to him, man, you're just coming off this big win, this pin in the Claw duel. I got to ask you before we dive into it, man, how'd that feel like? What was that environment like being in Claw?
It was pretty sweet. You know, Claw's a new thing. It's like trying to make a pro wrestling league after college and all, and because after college, unless you really try to for the Olympics or the Worlds, like there's not really much. So creating a new league it's pretty cool to be a part of. And then on top of that, the environment that like we had, you know, the Enforcers team was pretty cool, like to be a part of. And yeah, we kind of just rallied around each other for the entire duel meet. Like we just kept steam going, and like Ernesti got the pin, and then Hall got the pin, and I just kept the momentum going. But no, it was a solid match. You know, I didn't really know what to expect. It was fun. You know, close a new kind of style, and had to get used to like, I don't know, training for pylon points and all that. But yeah, no, against Mock, it was kind of just business as usual. Go out and treat it like it's a folk style or freestyle match, and yeah, no, just tried to stick to my strengths.
You showed that. I want to give Kevin a chance here. Kevin, go ahead.
Yeah. I think Mike looked a little surprised afterwards. He kind of looked up like he was like, what just happened? I don't think he was expecting that dump, but it was nice.
No, I appreciate
it. I was shocked to see you up at 199. Was that kind of just you're just gonna go as is with the weight, and you've probably had enough cutting throughout your career, right?
Yeah, no, and they asked me over the summer like if I had any interest in doing it, and I did, and I stepped on the scale at that time, and I was like, I'm at 205, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do 199. You know, the next one's 184. I'm not making scratch weight, and then I ended up weighing in, I think, at like 196, like after I got back in shape. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. 99.
Listen, Chris. Very cool. Daily routine. Okay, I just watched AJ's daily routine, man. What is your daily routine like now? Like, are you training on a daily basis? What's life like?
For sure. So, as an RTC guy, it's like my new job is like wrestling freestyle and stuff. So, I'll take you through yesterday. So yesterday I got up. In the morning I either lift or run, and they alternate days. So get 3 to 4 lifts in a week, 3 to 4 runs in a week. And if I run, it's a 30-minute low base cardio. If it's a lift, it's like either tailored to squat, bench, or power clean. And then after that, get a good breakfast in. Yeah, also depending on the day, might do some recovery, like get in a cold tub. And then I have practice in the afternoon. Usually like to watch a little bit of wrestling before practice just to like, I don't know, learn something new or like see somebody do something cool that like, I don't know, I haven't done yet. And then I'll go into practice. After practice, then if I didn't do recovery before, I'll do it after, get some dinner, hang out with the boys, watch a movie or something, and then go to sleep and do it again. Definitely not deadlifting 500 or 600 pounds like AJ. You know, I don't think I have that like muscle ability. I'll try, but might pull my back out.
Kevin, go ahead.
How is how's the team chemistry there with the enforcers? I mean, did you guys know each other all beforehand, or I know Humphrey's a little bit older than you guys, but did you guys kind of know each other, or did you just kind of meeting each other as the team started?
I think we all pretty much knew each other because like we all grew up around the same time too. Reese is the only outlier there. But he's also like a household name as well. So like he's somebody that everybody knows.
Right.
So no, I mean like we all kind of showed up and like met each other and we were like, hey, like the chemistry was kind of there from the get go, or at least I hope so. I hope if you ask everybody else, they say the same thing. But yeah, talking to the guys and stuff and getting to know them, talking about plans, strategy, celebrations, like little things like that, and then the wrestling part of it just kind of carried itself. Like we just had a good time, focused on scoring points and wrestling claw style to the best of our ability.
Okay,
Well,
folks.
that you did. Triple, you get hit the century mark. You guys did.
I mean, they're calling him.
That was crazy.
They're calling him Chris Foca around and get decked is what they're calling him in Claw. And you mentioned about the team environment, Chris. I got to ask you, okay, you have to rank the Enforcers team atmosphere versus your former Cornell team atmosphere, okay? How do those two compare? Which one is better or worse?
Like in terms of getting you going and stuff, or like a brotherhood, a family, like
all that, everything. Maybe you tell me.
I don't know. I feel like we were pretty chilling at Claw. You know, like wasn't anything too crazy. But in terms of brotherhood, I'm definitely gonna have to go Cornell here. You know, I spent 6 years there. And like getting the guys up too, I'd probably have to go Cornell. But no, there was just like, it was a different atmosphere when you walked into the gym. It was like, it wasn't the tension that you feel when you walk into the national tournament, even as a spectator, and you're like, wow, like there's a lot on the line right now, or like in a big dual meet where you walk into the claw room and you're like, oh, like these guys are just here to like just scrap and have a good time and like wrestle and just whatever, just throw at the kitchen sink, you know. So I don't know. I feel like it's not really apples to apples, but I do love my Cornell team, all 6 of them, you know.
Okay, well, I think Kevin probably does have some Cornell questions. Go ahead, Kevin.
Hey, well, I mean, the moments you brought to Cornell were some of the best. I was there when there was the Penn dual meet. I think it was Yanni's last meet, and you had that big pin, and I got a great clip of it. I was right like front row. That was incredible.
Oh yeah,
when you stuck that guy. That was incredible.
No,
whole place was going nuts. And then
oh yeah,
the Ivy League finals was crazy too. That overtime, that body lock, that was nuts.
How about what's your favorite moment, Chris?
I was like, what'd you say?
What's like your favorite moment in your wrestling career?
Like that I had?
In your whole wrestling career?
It was probably the quarterfinal pin over Dustin Plott to become an All-American for the first time.
Oh yeah.
But also that pin over in Contrera in the Penn dual meet, because we like desperately needed points. Our 84 was hurt. Yeah.
We cut out for a second there, Chris. I think you're still with us. Listen, we do have a highlight video Kevin put together. We're going to show at the end of the episode, dude. But Kevin, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think Penn likes you very much, because I was just thinking about it. that you guys, Cornell was only up by 2 points in the Ivy League final before your match, and then with the dual meet, that definitely sealed it. But what I was gonna say is,
Yeah.
I was obviously bummed when I saw you go to Tar Heel RTC. But if there was one RTC I'd want you to go to, it would be with Rob Cole over there, because Rob Cole's the whole reason I am a Cornell fan. And
Yeah.
I was just wondering, how is life going over there? How is it different, and how's it going with Rob and everything?
Well, things are good. I feel like it's been a good change so far. Got a good training situation going on. You got guys in the room, RTC wise, and a couple college guys during RTC practice that are more my size as well. So a bunch of heads in the room that I could grab. Um, I feel like it's just been like now my job is wrestling. It's not like I have to focus on school and other things. It's like now I could really hone in on making these next couple years of my wrestling career like as good as I possibly could. So it's also nice, the weather's pretty nice. North Carolina isn't
Oh
really
yeah,
cold. That's like
right.
just an added plus. Everybody's nice in the South. I'm not used to that. Um, but no, I
Go
feel
to
I feel good about the
Blacksburg.
move in general. What'd you say?
I said check out Blacksburg sometime. Nice weather.
Yeah, I'd be down to go. Yeah.
Sorry.
Uh,
What is what? Because you kind of had two big moves. You had you're wrestling for the Dominican, and then you made the RTC move. I guess I'm wondering what went into both decisions as far as you going over to both the RTC um, and to represent the Dominican Republic, which is awesome, by the way.
no, I appreciate it. So, um, the RTC decision was kind of a hand-in-hand decision with my girlfriend as well. It was good for training. I felt like it was a step up. I'd have Ethan Ramos in the room. He's an Olympian for Puerto Rico, and I just like the training situation down there. But on top of that, in terms of like a career too, it fit both of our careers best. So I don't know. I just felt like it was a good move to make. And then for the Dominican Republic, it's like, all right, I'm 86 kilos. The guy to beat at my weight in the U.S. is Zahid. He kind of just won Worlds, so I'm like, you know.
Makes sense.
I was sitting with Greg Diacomahalis a couple years ago. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, and he's like, "Dude, why don't you wrestle for Italy?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, like, why not? That's a great idea." So I started looking into it. Actually, got pretty far, and then Italy as a country like upped their legislation on citizenship and getting dual citizenship and stuff. So I'm like, all right.
Uh,
And then my mom she was born in the Dominican Republic, so that was really easy
oh,
to
nice.
get. And then yeah, so I don't mind to like lose to an American or like to lose in general. I'd just rather be at Worlds, you know.
Absolutely. I mean, that seems like a smart decision, and at least you're saying it. I love when all the guys are like, they don't say, they're like, oh, I was the only reason I'm doing it is because of my heritage. It's nothing to do with the meat grinder you got to go through every year in the United
Yeah.
States. Um, but no,
I don't
that's
know if I
wild. And you
sound
get, I
whack by
mean,
saying that, but you know, I don't know if
you
that's
should
like
have.
a bad thing to say, but I mean,
No,
I'm just trying to go as
no.
far as I can in my wrestling career.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
I mean,
appreciate that. I agree with that. To say, hey man, if you got a
yeah,
chance to go
absolutely.
out there and do it, dude, represent. Yeah,
It's like
Should
imagine
have
you're
asked.
you're the fourth best ping pong player in China. You might be fourth best in the world, but you're never gonna get the light of day.
exactly,
Right.
dude. America is dominating in wrestling nowadays, so I fully understand it.
Yeah.
If you get a trip to go to the worlds, I mean, that's who's arguing with that, And if and you
Yeah.
should have asked. You should ask Greg when his brother. You should have been like, "Well, when's your brother going to go wrestle for Greece?"
Yeah. No, I mean part of it's also like the heritage point too. Like my mom was super stoked when I did that, and like her whole side of the
I
family
bet.
was like over the moon. They were like, "Wow, like we're gonna have a rep for the Dominican Republic and all that." And like the Dominican coaches were super excited too when I like expressed interest. They're like, "An American wants to wrestle for us," like
That's
yeah.
so cool.
But
Now I would imagine that has
That's
a lot of meaning and value, like to your family, man, and like there's a lot of
yeah, for sure.
pride in that,
So it's
dude.
like
Like,
kind of it's a win-win, Like I
oh,
don't know. I was pretty
absolutely.
happy about it.
Yeah, and you know what? I agreed with the decisioning before you made that statement, and now it's like, dude, yeah, that is. I mean, that's something you should be absolutely proud of.
Yeah.
But
Now you look at it and you're
How
like, it's a no brainer. What'd you say?
How I know I watched an interview with Austin Gomez, and he was saying that when he went to like the first few times he went to the trials in Mexico and stuff, that they were not like, people did not like them. Like they were just kind of pissed that he was coming down and taking a spot and all this stuff. But now they're getting used to him. How did you feel it was when you went down there to the to wrestle in the wrestle offs and stuff? Was it just, or the tournament, the qualifier, was it just kind of, everybody, it wasn't a big deal, or?
Like for me, no. Like I was excited to get things going, to just be like, hey, this is like a new set of people I get to meet and like represent and like
Yeah.
getting to know them. And then for them, they were probably like, or at least I don't speak Spanish that well, so I couldn't really tell you exactly, but they were probably like, who's this American coming in and taking like our spot? Like this intruder, And I would try to be as friendly as possible. Like they were nice, but I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I felt like some of them might have been like, like, yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
you certainly make the team better, so they should be happy about that. And it sounds like the coach is happy, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
okay, Kevin, I got a couple questions for you here, Chris. Kevin, do you got any legit ones left before I hit him with some fastballs?
Go ahead, man.
Okay, Chris Foca here, folks. Former Cornell Ivy Leaguer, two-time All-American, very accoladed, now on the team enforcers for Club Professional Wrestling. You can watch him every Tuesday and Wednesday night. I hope you guys make it to the Super Duel. I will be, by the way, folks,
They will.
at the Super Duel, okay, coming up here in just a couple weeks, I believe. I got to get the official date. We're handing out here on BEG 2 free tickets to the Super Duel. And not only that, you're going to sit beside me, dude. Well, that actually might be a negative, but we're going to be live streaming from there, okay? We're going to be live streaming from the Super Duel. Chris, I hope you're there, but listen, a couple maybe just opinion questions I want to ask you about. I just talked about the heavyweight or AJ's workout routine. If you had a prediction at heavyweight this year, who's going to win it? Or maybe more specifically, AJ Ferrari versus younger Bastida. Who do you go with? Who do you pick in that match?
I feel like I got to go with AJ here.
Why?
I don't know. It's just something about him. Like I went to high school with him for a semester, actually.
What?
Like, got to know him a little bit, and then
No way.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So got to know him a little bit, and like the way he is as a person and all that, and I don't know. It's just something about him. I feel like he's got the edge. He's like the hardest worker. He's very hard to score on, regardless of the weight. And yeah, I don't know.
Hey, listen, I just assume he's got his showman personality, and then he probably has like his normal personality, right? Is that what we see on camera? Is a showman personality, or is that actually AJ all the time?
Oh, that's you're getting what you see. That's AJ.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's legit, man. Because daggone, dude, if you guys saw me off my showman personalities, I'm very grumpy. I'm very grumpy very often, dude. But no, listen, talking about grumpy, my other fastball I want to throw you here, Foca. Don't folk around and get decked. Listen, we've kind of cracked on Cornell on BEG. They have all these concussions going on here lately, dude. What's going on with the Cornell concussion? Is there an electromagnetic field beside the wrestling facility? Because we're talking about all the 49er injuries happening because the electromagnetic field right beside the practice field. What's happening over there?
You might be onto something, and I don't know, but I also was a part of the concussion plague like 4 or 5 years ago too. I got 2 in one season, but none after that, thank God. But yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like I've heard that as well. I wish I could give you an answer, but I mean,
Just
I don't know.
happenstance.
These guys are wrestling. I mean, these guys are wrestling hard with their head. You can't blame them for trying.
Is it a smarter room in general, the Cornell wrestling room? Probably. You can be honest. Than like the Iowa wrestling room on average. I mean, you guys are Ivy Leaguers, right?
Yeah, like we had Yeah, like we had guys on the team that were like biomedical engineers and chemical engineers and stuff, and like computer science. I was a real estate major, so I'm just kind of like, yeah.
So wait, you
But
have guys on the team that are probably more worried about studying for their test tomorrow than maybe the match. I mean, it's that kind of environment.
I wouldn't say that. I feel like everybody in the room is locked in, and like if they're not, the coaches try to get them to be locked in. Like practice is the practice space, and it's always kind of been that. But yeah, I mean, like some guys are definitely more dialed into their academics than others.
There's just big brains. Just big brains in the room does not mean they're not dialed in. Okay, Chris Foca
Yeah,
is
yeah.
very dialed in, folks. Kevin, what do
Got
you
to be
got?
dialed.
Well, quick question. I was watching some of your stuff and I completely forgot that you wrestled Julian Ramirez in high
Oh
school.
yeah.
And man, was that a wild match. Did
Hmm.
you have any idea at the time? Were you guys both committed to Cornell at the time of that match, or was that
No,
afterwards?
I was committed to Iowa State. He just committed to Cornell, and believe it or not, we hated each other at that point. Like I
I
thought he was
bet.
the biggest jerk, and like he hated me because I beat him in overtime like a couple months before that, and like it all came to a head at the Bergen Blair dual meet. Like I don't know, like it's just it got super heated as a duel. I mean, like we packed the place out, and then it like I don't want to say it came down to us, but like the momentum shift would have been drastic if I lost versus if he lost.
Yeah.
So um yeah, no, we like didn't talk to each other, and yeah, no.
The
But
rivalries.
things worked out for things worked out good then, though, when you got to
Yeah, for
Cornell.
sure. I mean, Julian ends up being yeah, Julian ends up being one of my best friends. And if you told me that day, I would have been like, no way.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
I
a cool
bet.
story. That's actually a cool story. That is actually the epitome of wrestling, folks. Because, dude, one day they're the
Yeah.
worst enemy, and the next day you're best friends. Because it just, I mean, it makes everyone better people, dude. To beat you up makes you, you know, realize life, dude. Learn life, in my opinion. But
Did you guys have like the four I call it four Jersey guys, you know, you, Ramirez, Cardenas, and Fernandez. Did you guys have like a good like do you guys still have a good bond with each other, do you think? Just
Yeah.
from being, you know, in the New Jersey area?
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to Jacob today. I talked to Julian yesterday, and then I see Lewis every now and then. He's really busy. He's working in New York City, but I talk to him whenever I can. But yeah, no, we've been good. Like those are my buddies for life.
That's cool. That's
that's
great.
awesome. Friendships for life, dude. I mean, yeah, and they all made each other better, dude. That's the best story, dude. I really hope that we're gonna see you coming up again here, maybe a Super Duel. Foca, don't
Yeah, that'd be
Foca
great.
around. What? Do you ever get any
Uh-huh.
good nicknames, dude? What's the best? What's your favorite nickname anyone's ever given you?
I feel like I've heard that. Don't folk around.
I'm sure.
Yeah, like from
Did
people. I don't know. Like Folker Man. I don't know. Just
Okay.
like
did you come up with the name the Navigator for the move that you do, like the move you did to Plot, and then you've done to so many people?
no, it was this
The
kid from my
Navigator.
dad's club. So I invented the move at my dad's club when I was in 8th grade, and the kid that I was wrestling at the time came up with it.
That's the best way to get the nicknames, dude. When someone else comes up with it.
I feel like
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like the nickname that I came up with that kind of stuck recently is Focus Style. Like Focus
Ooh,
Style,
Yeah.
that used to be my that was my gamer tag, and like I don't know, it
that's
kind of
better.
stuck a little bit.
That's better than Izzy style. I mean, that's just naturally
Style.
flows off the tongue better than Izzy style. Focus style.
Yeah, like folk style, freestyle, focus style.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
Focus style, dude. Now I like that, dude. I
Yeah.
can get behind that, man. That is good
Oh
That's
stuff.
so
yeah.
wild. That's wild. You came up with that move in like eighth grade, and you used it in so many clutch moments. And
Oh yeah.
it. Wow, that's wild.
Hmm. I'm gonna have to go
Everybody
with
that
Focus
like
style.
saw it initially was not a believer initially,
Oh
and then
yeah.
they were like ragging on it. They're like, never hit that, never hit. It's never gonna work. And then like when they became believers, they're like, yo, you gotta check this out. And like I don't know.
Oh,
My
so many
dad
times,
initially
so
hated
many.
it.
You have like you set it up. You can when I watch the replays, it's so funny. Like as soon as they get on their knees, I'm like, up here it goes, here it goes, and you got their head up, and it's just like they can't move. They're like just frozen. It's wild. It's you got
Cole
some
Yarn
good
in the
leverage there.
comments calls it the funky donkey Focus style, dude. I like it.
Funky donkey.
I like it a lot, boys. But hey, Chris is on the road, folks. Kevin, your final question, if you have one for Chris. I know he's a busy man. He's a hard worker, dude. He's got stuff to do.
No, man,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
good, Chris. It's just been an absolute pleasure watching somebody that wants to score from every single position. If there was more people like you wrestling, we would be much better off. Where you're trying to score and you're out there to score points, and I appreciate everything you brought to Cornell as a fan.
No, I appreciate it. No, thank you guys for having me on, and no, I appreciate the kind words. Why not try to score from everywhere? Why not try to make it interesting? It's like put it on display. You got
Absolutely.
nothing to be afraid of.
Hey, we need
So.
more Chris Focas out there, folks. I can tell you that, dude.
Let's
And
go.
Chris Foca, I hope to see you, man, at the Super Duel. But listen, folks,
Yeah.
former Cornell superstar, two-time All-American, and now Claw superstar Chris Foca joins us from on the road, dude. I want to say much appreciated. And Chris, we'll let you go, but we hope to see you again and maybe hear from you again soon. You're always welcome on the show, man. So.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys again for having me on.
Hey,
Drive
Chris,
safe.
drive safe,
Will
man.
do.
Chris Foca, ladies and gentlemen, dude, you don't get any better than that, dude. Coming off the pin over Mike Mock. We're a big Mike Mock fan as well, but wow, what a match that was. It kind of caught you out of nowhere, dude. By the way,
Yeah.
Kevin, your overall thoughts. Let me put up the other score from this week's Claw match while we're talking about it, because fireworks in Claw this week, dude. Fireworks if you if you missed it.
You know what? If you guys aren't tuned into this yet, you're missing out, man. What are you doing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays? Because between Claw and Wrestle Madness, I'm having a blast. I don't know about you, Zach, but give it a chance. If you haven't already, give it a chance. You're gonna like it. There's no dull moments. Everyone has to be scoring. There's always points to score. And it's exciting to watch. It's different. You'll get the hang of it right away. And there's some really good athletes in there, really good wrestlers, and it's just check it out. Check out Wrestle Madness. It makes everything more fun. Every match is interesting when you're in Wrestle Madness. So I absolutely check it out.
Well, folks, Kevin's having a lot of fun because he's winning all these Wrestle Madnesses lately. So obviously he's having a lot of fun. You got to get in there, dude. We gotta put a stop to Cornell Kevin winning these Wrestle Madnesses. Wrestle Madnesses, which reminds me, Wrestle Madness in the comments. Please join the comments. Put in the questions. I forgot to mention it earlier. We're about to get we're this close away from Kevin's rankings of wrestlers who could make the podium, who are not ranked, dude. But before we get there, I want to go through a couple comments, dude. Folks, please join in. You even have the option to call in live. Call in live if you have the balls. If anyone has the balls, or female, if the guts. But whatever it is, Wrestling SNL in the comments. What's up, guys? Been a minute.
Oh, Wrestling SNL.
I'm
Is
here-
a good dude, man.
I'm here for Cornell Kevin. LOL. I don't
He's
care.
a good dude.
You don't have to come to listen to me, dude. But as long as you come, it doesn't matter, dude. But hey, join in the comments.
What a good guy. Speaking of good guys, man, Chris Foca, what a good dude. That was fun.
Yeah, he was fun. He was fun, dude. I really do hope to see him at the Super Duel. I don't have the date on the top of my mind, dude. But folks, BEG, we're gonna be raffling off maybe next. It's got to be next week. Next week, we're gonna be giving away 2 free tickets if you're in the Pittsburgh area to the Claw Super Duel. Okay, for free. You get to come. You get to sit beside me, dude, and you get to probably experience the grumpy Zach, because I was talking about, is AJ a showman all the time? Apparently, Focus said he is. He went to high school with him for a year, so. That's news, but Kevin, you ready for final thoughts? I'm about to break out your lowest ranked wrestlers to make the podium rankings here.
Yo, I'm
November
ready. I'm ready.
29th.
So
November 29th is Super Duel,
Yep.
folks. Don't miss it. Those are your results, dude. But NCAA season is also upon us. So, Kevin, look at that.
Let me
folks.
explain
Look at
this.
these freaking stats that Kevin. Your graphics are getting better, Kevin, by the way. Talk about it.
I'm working on them, man. I'm working on them, So what you're looking at here is the table to the right side above Zach's head. That's different, a little bit different than the other one, okay? What these are guys that you can see are ranked. I put their intermat ranking and the flow ranking next to their name, right? And then I got a point system for them. So if you're not ranked in either, you're on the list above Zach's head. And it's 80 points, 40 points if you're not ranked in intermat, 40 points if you're not ranked for flow, total 80 points. Then on the other side, if you're ranked 30th, it's 30 points. So the higher the points, the more unlikely it is that you're going to AA. This is a list of guys that I think all have a shot at getting on the podium. And it kind of like a look out for these guys list, and it goes in orders by, how unlikely they are with the number 1, and then goes right down to number 25 there. But just to kind of give you a quick thing, Chris Cannon, he's a returning All-American, right? But he went up to 141. He didn't have much luck. He got injured, but now he's back down at 133. So I like him there. This Josiah Queen, I don't know if you guys have seen this kid at all, but he is really good, and he's kind of going under the radar. Miles Tackett had almost a major decision over Simon Ruiz last year. Really, really good kid from Bucknell. And then we're going to see Lorenzo Norman coming up this tomorrow in the dual meet, which is exciting. And I know, I'm a homer. Yep, total homer. Don't even care. Vince Cornella, people. Vince Cornella teched and pinned his way through U23s, including 10-0 over Composto, who got 4th at the weight class last year. And nobody's giving him a chance. And I'm telling you, this kid bonused his way through EIWAs his freshman year. He beat Josh Edmond while he had a torn ligament in his knee, and he finished the match and beat him. He lost to McNeil in tiebreakers at NCAAs, and then he was beating Swiderski 9-1 with 5 minutes of riding time, and he got cement chopped with about 5 seconds left. So that was hard. But he's healthy. He's only missing the first semester, nothing to do with an injury. It's just so he doesn't graduate before he's supposed to. God forbid we have that in the Ivies. But these are good guys. Cam Canterbone, the guy on the right there, New York kid, right? He is the only one to beat Jackson Joy last year. And he also had a 4-2 match at CKLV last year with Anthony Etchemendia. And he's really good. His dad wrestled for Michigan as well. But he's a New York guy. He had a 2-1 match with PJ Duke their senior year, or for his senior year, not PJ's. Yeah.
And now he's
so
on
at
the Bourmet?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Bourmet. So, and
Bourmet
last
and
one I'll
Roby,
say,
dude. Go ahead.
Greg Diakomahalis, if he can stay healthy, you're talking about a guy that beat Ventresca. He pinned Terrakina. He beat Kilkiri. He beat Sotelo 14-3. He's really good. He was 9-0 last year when he got hurt. The if he can stay healthy is a big if, but he's a small 125-pounder, but man, he is so lightning fast. 5-time New York State champ. If he can stay healthy, watch out. But there's my list. Check them out if you're doing fantasy. I think these are some good guys that you can get, at a really low cost. And we're going to update this list as the season goes on. The rankings will change and whatnot.
Okay, folks, dude, Kevin is like the Adam Schefter or like Ian Rappaport for the NFL. Kevin is for wrestling. Like, if you're doing your wrestling draft, this is your wrestling draft cheat sheet here, folks. There's a ton of research that's put into this. And, folks, if you don't screenshot them from the show, you can find them all at Kevin's X account, Cornell_Kevin S. Is that right, Kevin?
Yep, that's right.
Go follow him on X, dude. You can find all these there. There is a ton of research into these. And trust me, dude, more of these are going to be right than are wrong. Okay, but Kevin, this is you threw out some great facts there. Bourmet's got a squad.
Buddy.
Roby's got a squad. Not a wrestler. St.
Yeah.
Peter with an 8-2 win. It reminds me, folks, we have wrestling happening tonight.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Bellemere.
I was up tonight, dude. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I have that graphic, but I do have Oklahoma State, Stanford lineups up here. Let me see if I can get that Iowa graphic up here. But in the meantime, there are some premier matchups here in this dual meet, Kevin. You want to touch on those
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Let's hope Nico Provo can go. Last year, it was so unusual. Stanford went the whole year forfeiting 125, which to me, I don't understand how a D1 program can't have anybody that put out there. Um, and he wasn't at the last duel either, but Nico Provo is a CKLV champion. He is really good. They're excited about him there, and he can give Spratley a hard time for sure. Tyler Knox, I mean, he's got that Chris Foca style. Tyler Knox is very exciting to watch. A lot of good wins last year. He beat Romney, and I honestly like him over Figs. I think it's kind. You never want to say a national champion. You know, not got lucky, but you don't want to say like a national champion's not like gonna get on the podium. But I just don't know about Figs, man. If you look at everything outside of the NCAA tournament, he's like 500 almost. It's crazy.
Maybe not got lucky at a very fortunate tournament. Everyone's underselling Figs this year, dude. I hear it all over the place, which makes me want to buy Figs. Everyone underselling Figueroa right now. Okay, but he is a former national champ. He's been there, done that.
Zach, if you think about it though, man, look at what David Taylor's doing to, Wyatt and then Hamidi, and now look at Swiderski looking damn good. And then Zach Ryder. I mean, who's to say that he doesn't have Figs like on lockdown right now, focus, because Figs is a national champion. Okay, so he has the ability to be a national champion. So if he has the right people there, and David Taylor seems to be the right guy for a lot of people so far, so we'll see.
Hey, if you're doing fantasy dress right now, Figueroa is undervalued. You want to buy Figueroa, dude, because everyone has just keeps underselling Figs. You mentioned it, dude. He's under David Taylor now. Now's the time to buy. Now's the time to buy that stock, buy Figs, dude. Buy him low because he's only going up. But
yeah, I think Stanford's going to have to hit hard early here in the duel. You guys, I did this freaking graphic on Chat GPT, and I apologize. We kind of brush jobbed it. Daniel Carson, I was yelling at the Chat GPT. My son's like, "Who are you yelling at?" I'm like, "Just copy the names." So I apologize, Daniel Cardenas.
They get
but
it.
anyway, Aiden Valencia, by the way, but Aiden Valencia versus Swiderski. Aiden Valencia, you got to realize that he beat Real Woods twice this summer, and then he was up with I don't know what he did. He had like a brain fart or what, but Woods shot in and took him down in the last second. And then Woods medals at Worlds, but Aiden is that good. And 149, Zach. Would you say it's the weakest weight, 149 or 197, maybe? I mean, from top to bottom. I mean,
I think Swiderski
is up to 2.
Or you mentioned that the other night. It's kind of the most. Traditionally, it's a very exciting weight class. This year, maybe one of the least exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, I don't know, like Shane Van Ness, and then
we do need
Swiderski's
to
ranked 2.
Respect on Swiderski's name, though. Someone in the comments said everyone needs to stop saying that Swiderski transferred just so he could get a starting spot in the lineup. So apparently that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, he's ranked second.
Not why
he's ranked second in the country.
Yeah, he gets a starting spot anywhere he wants to go.
The thing that's interesting, Zach, about Oklahoma State is, do we see Vega at 41? And do we see Robidoux at 57? We know we're going to see D. Lockett at 65 against Hunter Garvin, which that's a really good matchup for him. And that should be a pretty wild match because Hunter Garvin, like Tyler Knox, has that, crazy style. Anything kind of goes. But I'm really looking forward to the Garvin and D. Lockett match. Robidoux, he gave Duke a good match in the 2 out of 3 there. He hung with him for a while, at the U20s. Cardenas, I think is definitely a tier above those guys. But Lorenzo Norman, hopefully we see him. He wasn't at the last duel, but I'd love to see Lorenzo Norman and Alex Facundo for sure, because I think that'll be a good. Lorenzo Norman got second at CKLV last year, and he looked like he was a top-tier dude. And then he kind of just vanished. But then at NCAAs, he was beating O'Toole by a pretty decent margin before O'Toole came back. So he's definitely got the talent. And then the All-Star MVP there, Zach Ryder, he just looked fantastic. And people are like, oh, they're saying Jackson Smith, he didn't look that good at it. No way, man. Jackson Smith is so good. It's just that Ryder was that good, So stop saying Jackson Smith's fallen off. No, man. Ryder's just damn good right now.
Wow. Jackson Smith was not having an off-season party, folks. It's a Zach Ryder problem for all you Penn State fans out there. But, hey, that's happening, dude. Is that Friday? That's tomorrow night. Iowa's wrestling tonight. Ben Keeter just got a win 8-2. Thank you. Was it Wrestling SNL in the comments, I believe? But, dude, we always appreciate all the comments. And
not a wrestler who's also a good dude, says Vega and Rabadou. So that's cool, man. And, if Vega gets pinned or something, it is what it is. No, I'm not bitter or anything, Hey, it doesn't even bother me anymore, Zach, because did you see how good the Cortez brothers looked at the Clarion Open?
Yeah, I did. I did.
I mean, one of them loses to Davino in overtime. And this is the craziest thing. I was watching that match, Zach. They wrestled 7 minutes and 40 seconds on their feet. And that's how long it took for one takedown. And neither of them had stall calls on them. So they were battling back and forth for over 7 minutes. And they escaped. They each escaped in exactly 7 seconds. So out of the 7-minute regulation, 6 minutes and 46 seconds were on their feet. And neither one of them had a stall call, but neither one of them had a takedown. So that was wild.
That's a wild stat. Yeah.
Yeah, I got problems. I know.
You did. You figured that out, dude. Unbelievable. Well, hey, wrestling's happening, folks, but I do want to close it out here because Kevin gave us, what is this? Your worst wrestling shirts.
Oh, yeah. So I did a thing with the posters, and it took off. So I started looking at the worst wrestling shirts that I've ever seen. And to think that we actually wore some of these. The thing, I had the I'd rather throw you than know you shirt. And to wonder why we've been like, wonder why our sport struggled. Like, I don't know why our sport struggles at times. It's probably because we're walking around with these shirts. Zach, look at that bottom shirt. What is wrong? Look at everything that's wrong with that. So many roses are red. The R is supposed to be in each word, right? And then what exact position is that? I mean, is that guy just not landing right on his back? I mean, it's just so awful. Violets are blue. And then what is it? I'd rather be wrestling. How about you? I mean, what a Shakespeare there. Like what?
What a Shakespeare. Oh my goodness. Wrestling needs some graphic designers, dude, or something.
And
come on.
And the last thing, Zach, look at the headgear with the mouth on it. Talking about the guy hungry and he's going to bite you and he's got a mouth on his headgear. And then the one next to him, nothing spells intimidation like a nice teal singlet with those stars. By the way, they're sea fish stars. They're sea stars. They're not even real stars. So
starfish? Are you serious?
Yeah, starfish. Yes, those are starfish in there.
Oh my goodness, dude. No one is believing that we are tough wearing these t-shirts, dude. Put me in charge of the graphic department of wrestling, USA Wrestling, dude. That is ridiculous, dude. That is not tough, okay? I would know, dude, me and AJ on basically the same training routine, folks, right? I use a little less protein powder, and I do a couple more push-ups every day. Outside of that, basically the same regimen. Weights are a little different, but Kevin, dude, it is fun, dude. Wrestling's back, man.
Yeah, man. And you know what? I think we should make these shirts. But it's unbelievable. It's just, I mean, people wore these slogans are awful, and people wore these to school, and I just can't believe that it was a thing. But what are you gonna do, man?
Long. It wasn't for long, and I'm not surprised why. Look at that. Come on, dude. You know what you could do, though, folks? You get one of these cool shirts, dude. These are nice.
Yeah.
Sweat-proof, dude. Off the store. Link in the comments, dude. No one even called in, dude. We're dying to get call-ins, okay?
Please
Where's
call
like
in.
Adam Fellers at? Where are these big names, these big dogs in wrestling at, dude? They're nowhere. They don't want to call in, dude. People are.
We haven't heard from him in a while.
Why are people
Congratulations
scared
to
to
his
call
son,
in,
by the
Kevin?
way.
Adam
Call in,
Fellers,
guys.
Congratulations, son, going to Nebraska, dude. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Isn't that incredible? Good for him, man.
Let me tell you something.
Very good.
Adam, I get my son going to Nebraska, I'd be a proud, proud father. So, hey, touche to that. Actually, that's
Guys,
wrong,
make sure
right?
touche. Yeah, Zach. Kudos. You're looking for kudos.
Kudos.
No more touche, man. But guys,
that's
check out Claw. Check out Wrestle Madness. If you guys got any questions on how to do either, please you can direct message me on Twitter. I can I can talk you through it, whatever you need. But give it a try.
Go follow Kevin's Twitter account, X account, Cornell_Kevin S. Best stats in the game, folks. And hey, we got wrestling happening this weekend. Kevin, I hope you have a great weekend, dude. I need
You too, Zach.
Ashton Genty and RJ Harvey to lay eggs tonight in fantasy football. So, but
That's right. Game tonight.
That.
Denver and the Raiders.
Yeah, it's just a trash game. But you parallel that to
It
Madness.
is.
And
Yeah.
I'm working my strategy in fantasy football right now. Tryouts for the big boss, which is Madness NCAAs. So apparently there might be a big time trophy coming around, a traveling trophy or something. I don't know, dude, but I would encourage it. So, which Kevin's lighting it up. But Kevin, thank you again for your time, man. Folks, thank you for watching.
Thanks, Zach.
We will be back next week. This is BEG Wrestling. See ya.